name is Peter Oakes. I've been producing videos like the one you're about to see for more than 30 years. When I was asked to produce this video by Clean and Sober, I expected it to be much like all the other videos I've produced. What I didn't expect was how sincere, honest, and heartfelt the people were that I interviewed. The testimonials you're about to see were done unscripted, and they were done in one take. And that's something, as a producer, I just never see. I hope you appreciate their stories as much as I did. Thank you for watching.
Well, it's interesting because when I first came here, what I needed to do is I needed to be around people in recovery with a common goal. You know, because before I was all by myself and I really needed a sense of community. But as my sobriety grew, what I needed was people who were on the same level that I was. You know, like as I acquired months and then a year, I needed to be around people with that time. And that's what I really like about this place is you got all walks of life. You got people with 3 days of sobriety and people with like 14 years of sobriety. And I needed that in order to grow.
People around my age group, you know, their early 20s on drugs and the effects and the warnings, and you just kind of ignore them until they come and hit you, and it's very real. It's very scary. It can take away everything. I personally was addicted to heroin and opiates, and you know, it was a garbage can, anything. It starts off as just a social type thing, and then it's, you know, one by one your friends start dropping until you drop yourself. I started with Oxycontin, which is huge now, very big. Vicodin, things like that. I'd take a few out of my mom's medicine cabinet, and I noticed I enjoyed the way they made me feel. And then it was very expensive, so I slowly progressed to smoking heroin, which was just much cheaper, more readily available. And you know, there's many things I said I'd never do, and then sure enough, I ended up, that was my life. I was doing these things every day. For me, nothing else, I believe, would have worked but this 3-stage process. And I've tried other methods, you know, it worked temporarily or I failed immediately. And I feel very strong about where I'm at today. I feel very great about the program, as well as, you know, just everything in general. It's just going really well, and I can't honestly say anything negative about any of my experiences so far. So it's been very, very nice.
And when I came here, it was a community of people that were just like me that wanted to change their lives. And there's plenty of opportunity here. And it was a stepping stone to coming from jail and prison back into society. What I liked the most was everything I needed was here. I had to go nowhere to get what I needed. Housing was here, fellowship was here, meetings were here, and structure, which is what I needed. So, if you're trying to change the way you live and you need help, this would be the place. I would recommend it highly. It's helped me immensely. Like I said, I came here with no answers, and I lived in a community with people that were looking for the answers, and it helped you get back into society. And today, by coming through here, I live on my own, I have a job, and I'm a respectable member of society today, and I recommend it.
I've struggled with the disease of alcoholism for about 6.5, 7 years, and I have attempted many times to go to rehab unsuccessfully. Alcohol took me to a very detrimental DUI, which landed me in Sacramento County Jail. And when I was looking at a treatment option for to seek recovery, the thing that struck me was that CSTL offered a continuum of care, which I had not tried in the past, in that I could go to a residential program for at least 28 days and then have the opportunity to move in transitional living, which is something I have never done before. And just going straight from rehab home has not been successful for me. So I wanted the opportunity to go from where I would have counseling and where I would have 24/7 structure, but then move into a living environment that was clean and sober, but start allowing me the opportunity to integrate back into society slowly and in a progressive manner while maintaining my sobriety. You know, the early sobriety is not easy. You know, I mean, I go to a multitude of AA meetings and I work with my sponsor, but sometimes, you know, that 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, you know, those feelings might come up, and being able to talk to somebody all the time. As well as the fact that there's meetings here. If I want to catch a noon meeting, I want to catch an evening meeting. There's just an ample opportunity to be around people that are going through similar situations that I am, that know what it's like, and sometimes, you know, some of the issues around family, some of the issues around, like for me with my daughter. There's always somebody that can relate and offer some advice or some expertise, or sometimes it's just a shoulder to lean on.
If I was to not have come here, I really don't think that my recovery would have went the way that it did, because I didn't have anybody around. I tried recovery before, and I didn't come to a place like Clean and Sober, Transitional Living. And I was hanging around people that I used to hang around with. I was still on the streets, and it just didn't work. I mean, I stayed clean for a little while, maybe a couple of weeks at the most, but by coming here, it was a suggestion that I followed. And they suggested that I come here to Clean and Sober, Transitional Living. And when I moved in here, I found out that there were other people living here that were trying they were striving for the same thing that I was. And they were the same kind of people that I am, you know, and still am, but only in recovery. You know, and by going to meetings here, and I get to see new people coming in, I get to see people that have been here and coming back from after going out, and then coming back, and you know, and you see them, and my heart goes out to them, and I'm glad to see that they come back. But I thought, well, you know what? I see a lot of that going on. Maybe I should just stay. And I've lived here longer than I have anywhere in my whole life. And if the guy's having a problem, you know, we kind of, you know, you can almost tell. You notice when something's up, you know, and then you go, hey, well, how you doing? And we lean on each other. And it helps me a whole lot, knowing that I am a part of something, that I'm just a small part of the bigger picture, actually.
What we have here, what I feel is, this is my second family, and the tools in the family I get here lets me have my family back that I have in Monterey. And then, you know, so I've been through quite a few things here, and I can go into the office to Jeannie or to Dawn or anybody here. I've had a couple deaths in the family, and I don't have to deal with those alone. And I can use the tools I have here to help my family get through that also. But to pick up and use is not a solution. The solution is to stay in the center, and that's where I'm at right now. And this is what we get here. And that has been a gift for my family also. You know, I have phone calls now where I would have never had to help them.
I needed to be somewhere where I could go, where I could have a hope. And that was here, because I have been here before. And when I came here the first time, I was able to establish a business, successful business, become a productive citizen, and, you know, 5 years of sobriety. But I left here, and when I left here, I wasn't doing what I learned here, you know, and that's having a higher power and doing the steps in this community here. But you see people that, when they stay here, they become a part of this community, not only in phase 1, but phase 2, they're productive. They stay sober. They have lives. Their lives get better. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. That's right.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people that have come through here and been able to live a life without the use of alcohol and drugs. You know, the blessings that come from me living here are, I couldn't even begin to tell you how many.